At Smart Parks, we work hard to protect wildlife and ecosystems with passion and technology. During this video, we would like to present our vision for a national community network in Namibia. Namibia is a sparsely populated country in southern Africa, home to 2.4 million people and known for its remote desert wilderness areas. Conservation in Namibia remains important because ecosystems, providing important ecosystem services such as climate regulation and its wildlife, among which highly endangered species, are still threatened. Environmental degradation will lead to an imbalance of the ecosystem, resulting in, for example, more droughts, water scarcity, and habitat destruction. With conservation, these threats can be counteracted, and we at Smart Parks believe that the most successful conservation efforts include local communities. The premise of this so-called community conservation is that if local people are included in the process of biodiversity conservation and experience the benefits, support for conservation will increase and ultimately be more successful. Unfortunately, the success of community conservation is often jeopardized by so-called human-wildlife conflicts. Successful conservation efforts lead to an increase in wildlife populations. However, with wildlife populations increasing, combined with a growing human population, the number of human-wildlife conflicts is on the rise. This is causing a reduction in support for conservation initiatives by local communities. These conflicts directly and indirectly impact humans, resulting in human injury, fatality, crop damage, and the loss of livestock, which all jeopardize the livelihoods of these communities. On the other side, these conflicts have devastating impacts on wildlife. Wildlife is often injured or even killed during or after the conflict. Additional habitat reduction and competition for resources with livestock and humans are associated impacts. Throughout Namibia, there are mitigation measures in place to mitigate, or even better, to prevent these conflicts. These measures can be divided into three large categories. The first category are measures focused on wildlife, consisting of lethal and non-lethal control measures, including the killing of animals, relocation, and monitoring. The second category consists of habitat and separation measures, including fencing and barriers, the provision of alternative food and water sources, and zonation. The final category includes measures focused on compensating affected people, management and husbandry, and research. However, the number of human-wildlife conflicts in Namibia is still increasing, even with the cure and mitigation measures in place. And these are only the reported incidents, which means it is probably an underestimation and numbers are expected to rise even more in the future. One of the main complications seems to be an information failure, or information asymmetry, describing a situation in which there is imperfect knowledge. Important information is not acquired or shared smoothly. This complication prevents communication processes to be optimal, which is problematic as communication is key to achieve successful conservation. An additional complication is the lack of community involvement, which could in turn be explained by the lack of clear communication, as again, communication is key to successful community conservation. At Smart Parks, we asked ourselves how the Smart Parks technology can contribute to reduce the mismatch in community conservation dynamics, by which we mean the numerous mitigation measures in place, but still an increase in human-wildlife conflicts. But Smart Parks is a state-of-the-art Internet of Things network that improves park management and protection. The sensor technology used in the network is very suitable for monitoring animals, people, vehicles, and equipment. The data these sensors collect are sent over the low-power wide area network, also known as LoRaWAN. All this information is gathered in a central control room and integrated into our application. This application provides park management with more situational awareness in the park. With the use of this technology, Smart Parks can support current human-wildlife conflict mitigation measures, with applications such as intrusion detection, wildlife tracking, fence monitoring, environmental sensing, breakout detection, asset protection, and water level monitoring. For example, rangers are notified and connect immediately whenever suspicious human activity is detected, so that they can prevent illegal poaching. Or whenever an animal moves towards a fenced area, preventing the animal from breaking out. However, Smart Park's vision doesn't stop there. We believe in the strengths and benefits of building a national community LoRaWAN infrastructure. Together with our local partner Teltec, a leader in the field of wireless networking, we are working on realizing this nationwide network. We work together to deploy the infrastructure, set up applications and sensors, and provide the required services. As a final message, we want to emphasize that with technology becoming an integrated part of conservation, it is very important to enhance collaborations with local communities, which will be possible with the help of a nationwide LoRaWAN infrastructure, which will promote benefits for both wildlife and people.